Good evening and welcome back to the Peninsula Stadium after 2 weeks on the road for Salford City. The Ammies turn their attentions to the Papa John's Trophy tonight and the visit of Leicester City's under-21s for a place in the last 16 of the competition. As expected, Richie Wellings makes wholesale changes, with just Václav Hladký and Bruno Andrade surviving from Saturday's win at Barrow. Long ball goes from Hladký, it's dealt with out the back by Leicester, flicked on by Callum Wright. And comes back to the Leicester stopper, goes up towards Regba, but there's no direction on the header as Sam Fielding pulls it back for Hladký. Hladký's clearance down the middle, cushioned by Elliott, comes to Hawkins, now Sargent. Plays the ball down the right, bouncing up into Andrade. Red shirts are forward here as Andrade plays in Hawkins, pulls the ball across. I think it was a shot in the end, but Stolashik gets himself down and makes, in the end, a comfortable save. And work back in the middle into Leicester. Starting to find a bit of rhythm here, Leicester.
Yeah, moving the ball quite well as well, trying to get the ball into those forwards. I've noticed the number 44 is a big lad on the ball now.
It's a strong run in from the left-hand side, cuts back in onto his right, shoots low, Hladký saves, then it comes back to right, 2 shots also saved. And Salford scramble the ball clear as Elliott chests a pass back for Andrade. Great pass up the left-hand side for Burko, who's got acres of space ahead of him to drive into as red shirts get themselves forward. Burko sends the cross in, Elliott rises. It's just over the former Millwall frontman. Comes out to the left-hand side for Leicester. It's Flynn in onto his right, boots the ball forward into Regba. Regba now into the middle, bringing Hume into the game and sending it to the right to Daly Campbell. Lifts the ball long through the middle, Muskwe up against Turnbull, it beats both of them, and Fielding heads the ball back into Václav Hladký. One end to the other, all coming from that Andrade pass, and that's the best thing that we can see.
Yeah, and it was a good quick move from Salford. They didn't give Leicester time to get set, they got the ball out wide and into the box. I think Elliott maybe just jumped a little bit too early, maybe it was a little bit too high for him, one or the other, but the best we've seen of Salford so far. Good, quick,
it's a great touch from Golden into the middle. Finds Andrade, who lets fly. Stolashik parries, comes to the edge of the area. Golden lets the ball sit up and then on his weaker left foot hits an effort over the crossbar. But it was wonderful play. Brandon Thomas-Asante switching play from the left-hand side. Golden's first touch to taking past his man. 0-0 it remains, 23 minutes gone, as the drizzle lightly continues to come down here at the Peninsula Stadium. Thomas-Asante, it's a nice pass in field to find Golden, cuts inside of Muskwe, goes down, penalty given, and Salford City with the opportunity to take the lead from the spot.
But Asante steps up, as you mentioned, what could be his first goal of the season if he puts this away.
Stolashik's a presence in that net, but Asante, it is saved by Stolashik, and then Asante tucks away the rebound. Salford City take the lead. It's not the most convincing of penalties at the first time, but it's parried straight back to Brandon Thomas-Asante, and it's Salford 1, Leicester City 0. One hand in the air from the Portuguese on this right side. Rising cross to the back post, Elliott's there's no direction on the header. Turnbull brings it down, turns and shoots. It's a good shot, parried away by the keeper. Elliott on the follow-up, hits the ball into the ground and it's saved by Stolashik. Into Thomas-Asante, and returns to the right where the overlap's coming in Golden. Andrade moving in field, now he nudges it right for Golden, the cross dinked in. Thomas-Asante gets down at the near post and his header goes wide. Here's Regba, he's moved wider in the second half to the left, and here his pass in field towards Callum Wright is missed. Fielding clears it, Dieseruvwe giving chase, he's breezed in front of his man. Mani Dieseruvwe 1-on-1 now with Stolashik, dispatches it away. It's a great finish and a great ball by Mani Dieseruvwe. That's his second and 2 in the competition, or in his last 2. And it's a bit of a sucker punch for Leicester, but it's the goal that Salford needed. Here Campbell takes out Leicester. He's back on his feet as Leicester play on. Flynn, it's a great ball in behind for Regba. Hladký's come early, throws himself down, but the open goal's there. And it's a great finish, very tidy from Admiral Muskwe. The man in form as the ball just came back to him from the Hladký smother. Slammed it home into the far post. And it's all for 2, Leicester 1. Dieseruvwe turns his man well. Now plays the pass out to Thomas-Asante, but red shirts are forward. It's 3-on-3 here. Thomas-Asante driving towards the area, hits the low shot, deflected. And it's the wrong option, really. Laughlin and Dieseruvwe were keeping pace. And that just comes straight back through to Stolishik.
I think they missed a big chance. The Salford forwards there. Dieseruvwe with a good bit of centre forward play initially, but gets the pass wrong to Asante, who would have done
Leicester are breaking on the left hand side. That's a one, and off the left, squares it into the middle. Muskwe for the tap in, and Leicester draw themselves level. Salford caught short on the right hand side. Rolls out for a Salford throw on the right. Golden forward into Hawkins, gets inside of his man and finds Laughlin. Laughlin, nice pass, tidy into Thomas-Asante. Just about lost the return to Hume as Leicester look to break forward. Muskwe now loops his run out to the left hand side. Looks powerful when he moves. Plays a 1-2 with Lesher-Baylor. And now it's Lesher-Baylor coming forward onto his right. Hits the shot. Haladki. And a very important touch to tip that one round the post. Otherwise that might have just dropped in. Forward into Callum Wright. Didn't quite fancy it there. He's not a great pass as Laughlin into the area. Takes the shot himself. It spilled and Dieseruvwe was on hand to tap it in. A very simple finish for the front man. Laughlin's shot from a narrow angle, parried by Stolishik into a bad area. And Dieseruvwe taps in the second and restores Salford's lead in this game. Leicester coming out from the back now. 8 minutes to go. Salford 3, Leicester under 21s 2. Accrington just made it 3-2 against Manchester United under 21s as the ball goes long from Leicester. Fielding stabs it away. Haladki's off his line. The chip comes in. It settles in the back of the net. And Shane Flynn this time brings Leicester level. A misjudgment there from Sam Fielding. Left Haladki stranded. Looking in field. Switching it towards Golden. Takes the touch on his chest to get away from his man. Now he switched it for Campbell. Hayden Campbell onto his right foot, thinks about the shot, it's off the crossbar. What an effort from the substitutes. Comes back out, it's not clear from Leicester.
Amazing strike from the substitute Campbell in what is his first home appearance. Cuts it onto his right foot and just tries to bend it into that far top corner. He does it almost perfectly.
Maybe a last chance for the Ammies before we go to penalties. Burko's throw back to Campbell. The referee puts the whistle to his mouth and penalties it is here at the Peninsula Stadium to decide who goes through to round 3 of the Papa John's Trophy. Well, it's Leicester first. It's going to be the captain, Callum Wright, and he buries the shot low to the left-hand side, and Leicester lead. And it's a save by the pole, denying Dieseruvwe at full stretch to the right-hand side in this shootout. Haladki poised on his line. It's a good penalty from Hume as well. Haladki guessed the right way. Laughlin, Stolishik bouncing, buries it to the right hand side. A very calm penalty from the Salford youngster. Young Leicester forward skips to the left, and Haladki makes the save down to the left hand side. Buries it into the roof of the net. That's a great penalty from Martin Smith, and Salford do find themselves level. Waits on his line as Muskwe. It's a short run up, plenty of power, and Haladki guessed the right way. I think his gloves even got a touch on it.
He did,
but too much power. It's another good penalty down the middle. Stolishik diving to his right, and we're still level at 3-3. Up against Haladki again, staring at the youngster from within his net. Swing to one. It's a short run up. Haladki again. He got a hand to it, but it was just rising into the net, and Leicester take a 4-3 lead. This time he does, into the right hand side. No messing about with that one. Brandon Thomas-Asante. This time he beats Stolishik. It's a great penalty again, direct and straight into the left hand side. And another very good penalty just to the right of centre. Stolishik guessed the wrong way, and we're 5-5 with Leicester's most recent sudden death penalty. It's a very slow run up and steady, and it's in off the underside of the bar, only just, but it's in. That's all that matters. Saved by Stolishik, and Leicester City go through to round 3. Fielding's penalty saved. Just thought with a stuttering run-up that he might have been going his favoured way on his right foot, and so he did. And Salford crash out to the Papa John's trophy.